The room went quiet and Leonardo stared at you intensely. He had always found you attractive, but he pushed those thoughts away from his mind, afraid of facing them. But the more you hung around, the harder it was to rid his mind of you. He had even become accustomed to the peach scent that coated you and your things. You had dropped a bookmark in the layer once, and it still somehow smelled like peaches. Even in the darkest and smelliest of places, there you were, leaving beauty behind every footstep. Leo had taken the bookmark and stuffed it into his thickest romance novel and shoved it under his bed. His mouth was slightly agape in shock. Me? He thought, but accidentally said it out loud. Yeah, you. You smiled back, but you were quickly distracted by Raph. See, you got what you want. He shoved his shoulder into Leo and left. Raphael felt like anyone would have been better than Leo, even Mikey. He knew that Leo would never let him live it down. Leonardo had more fuel for his whole holier-than-thou act. It was bullshit. He felt guilty for hurting Raph, but knew that he would figure it out eventually. You sighed, watching him go. Leonardo popped his shoulders forward arrogantly, but returned to his regular gentlemanly self. When he remembered you were in the room, he locked eyes with you, slowly approaching you as he took your hand in his. I don't think you will regret your choice, he smiled. Ever since you met Leo, you liked him. When he had stopped that mugger on the night you had met, he had sliced the gun out of his hand so swiftly and powerfully. You felt so tiny as his muscles gleamed under the moonlight like a god. At first you had been afraid, he was so intimidating, but he had promised that you weren't going to hurt you. Once you got to know him better, you felt as if there had to be a catch besides the fact that he was a turtle. He had always been so kind to you and protective, it had been hard to stuff those feelings away. That's good to know. You smiled. Mikey scolded and mocked Leo. I don't think you'll regret your choice, my lady. Leonardo rolled his eyes and turned around to yell at Mikey, but he was already gone. Donatello huffed and jumped off the couch. I'm doing stuff in my lab. He pointed towards the door. Come on, not you too, Donnie. Leo threw his arms up in defeat. Donatello had turned off the lights as he left the room. Oh, real mature, Donatello. You stood in the dark of their makeshift living room. Your anxiety was pushing you to grab your stuff and go home. You bit your lip pensively. Leo, should I just leave and let you guys talk it out?